Hola community, it's Pablo Vazquez with another episode of Blender Today/Everyday. Today is the NPR special, the non-photorealistic rendering, because it's not everything PVR and like super realistic, you know. It's when you can't tell when it's 3D or 2D, or how was it even done or made, or was it drawn, or is it real? What is it? I love that concept. The world of NPR is huge. It's really like you can, there are so many ways, right? It's like, well, it's not the same a cartoon or with a watercolor, with anything that is non-photorealistic. Today I have the honor to have two guests with I think it's a similar, it's not really similar styles. I tried to pick them with like completely different ones, different techniques, hopefully. And for the first time, this is actually the first time that I don't know the guests beforehand. Like we just talked now when setting up for like the first time. So it's gonna be much more, we all get to know each other at the same time. So let's first introduce all the way, actually both are in France at the moment, so all the way from France, let's give it up for Janina. There, let's go. Hey, Janina Gerards. Hello.
Hey.
How are ya?
Yeah, doing fine.
Yes?
It's my first ever YouTube video live.
Wow. So okay, for people that don't know, if you live under a rock, and the Twitter world recently has been these renders that you've been making recently has been like killing it with this mix of like, you don't know if it's hand drawn, is it like 3Ds, 2Ds, what is it? So hopefully today you can talk a little bit about it and show some of the process behind this. Is really intriguing how it's happened. So super nice to have you here. And the other guest, you might know his artwork from from Blender 2.82, from the splash screen, for the very first splash screen made in grease pencil. First, let's introduce Dedouze.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. It's oh, I didn't show you the splash screen on
the splash screen. Yes, you are the author of the very first grease pencil splash screen, the official one. So congratulations.
Yes, I'm very happy. Thanks for picking my work. I'm surprised that you picked it actually, because when I saw the thing that the other person do, it's a sophisticated shading and stuff. So
I like the process of picking up the splash screen. I think it was very like your work. You just came up with this work, and I saw it and I was like, okay, this has to. And the splash screen was actually picked by the previous author, Alex, and I proposed this one because like he proposed a bunch of renders. That usually how it goes, you propose a bunch of renders, but it's actually gonna be your turn zone, by the way, to propose maybe many renders, and then between us we just select one, what is the one that's gonna, you know, make it.
Okay.
And in this case I proposed this one because it was just, I mean, what it sold to me, it was the animation mainly, and I wish we could have animated splash screens because it's really unique style. And the little like kind of comic book like comic style that you do, like telling a story, it's super nice. In your Instagram we can see those, and you even make the music for it, so that is super.
You see my latest content, this is done with grease pencil. It's an animated comic,
this one.
Yes,
so
I've put bubbles and
so it's like a chat between two people.
Yes,
super nice, so nice. So okay, we're gonna talk about it. If you have a file to show, it will be even better. It will be awesome. So I just wanted to say thank you guys for joining today. It's gonna be the first NPR special.
Thanks for inviting me.
Inviting us. Thanks too.
Super nice. So first, Janine, I want to get to know your work. Actually, I didn't even know you until a few weeks ago that I stumbled upon this the render and the training. Have you been involved with Blender for a while, or is it new for you?
It's fairly new now for me. So I worked with Blender before, but that was like 5 years ago. And I actually used this project to get back into Blender again and to check out the newest version, of course. And Grease Pencil was a fairly new feature by that time. So yeah, I thought I had to try it out. And I thought it was amazing. I mean, yeah, creating a hand-drawn look is something that is very intriguing to me. And yeah, so I wanted to do something out of the box.
Wow. So how many years do you think? Do you see it completely different? Was it easy to get back to Blender? What made you come back? Was it Grease Pencil? Was it Eevee? Was it?
Grease Pencil was very interesting to me before, but I liked working with Blender before. Oh. So it's just due to work that I had to work with 3ds Max because it's still like the standard for a lot of studios. But yeah, I wanted to get back to Blender because I just like the workflow, working with it. And I saw some videos of Grease Pencil before. Yeah. And yeah, I wanted to try it out.
It's just really amazing. And I also like the fact that you made this awesome video that got like 8,000 likes and went super popular, went viral in the Blenderverse. And right after, and a few days later, you shared a tutorial on how to achieve the cartoon look with lines. So that is very nice of you. I just wanted to say thank you for sharing, like, immediately. You make something popular and then sharing how it's done. That is so nice.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's actually, I mean, in the beginning, it was very clunky for me working with it. And I thought, let's automatize that a bit. Let's find a way. And I mean, I looked for something like that and I didn't find anything. So I wanted to spare people the blood, sweat, and tears.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So you basically
helped some people.
So you take the lines and you convert it to Grease Pencil option. You can convert it to a Grease Pencil first from curve to mesh, and then to Grease Pencil, and then you tweak with the sculpt tools the thickness and opacity. But you use it as a reference mainly.
Exactly. So I have a mesh underlying. As you can see on my screen right now, I don't know.
Yeah.
I use a basic mesh with multiple materials assigned as a base. And then I just delete only the faces, and I use the edges as a base to convert that into a curve, and the curves into Grease Pencil. Yeah, the curve.
Nice. So you have the perspective and everything done for you. Super. That's smart. It's nice. So Andrew, do you use something like that for your models? Do you paint everything by hand? Do you?
I didn't even think about that technique that you used here. I do things with mostly with Grease Pencil by hand,
like drawing it, and for even for buildings and stuff.
But no, for the complex 3D shapes, I use the trick with the normals.
Okay.
You know, the revert normals, and you use the what is the name? Solidifying
modifier. Yeah.
I'm going to check on my files. I have so many files on my.
That is a very, very nice technique. So was it like how do you come up even with this, Janina?
I saw so many vlogs and videos on YouTube about people doing it.
Yeah.
I saw some people doing it for video games, and they use different techniques. Some of them used UVs for doing this. You know, they just put little holes in the UV, so the holes turn black, and it's a pure black on the render. So, and I saw someone else do this with the normals, and they did it for anime series and video games. So I thought this was the best techniques. I didn't want to use freestyle because I couldn't see it in real time.
Yeah, and freestyle is also not so fast at the moment. It's very promising, but it's not very, very fast, unfortunately.
It looks faster on the new version. I tried to build the let me find the files because you know I'm on a Mac and it automatically archives the old files that I didn't open recently.
Yeah, so you need to get it back from.
I had to get it back because my computer is almost full. Okay, so I have it now. So I'm going to open the.
So you have
screen of Blender.
Meanwhile, oh yeah, actually here we have it. You see it? Bam.
Okay. So yes, it's the splash screen of Blender. So here you see that I use normals for the edges of this part here.
Yeah.
And then I still draw over it. So this is drawn by hand.
One by one, like rotoscoping around it.
Yes, and because I don't make crazy camera movements, so I just draw the lines at the place where it is necessary.
Nice. Yeah, if we had freestyle, it would be so much easier in real time. Yes. Or like NPR.
Yes, but I also like it to make it by hands because I like to draw actually, and I think that it's nice to not always rely on what the computer decides.
Gives you. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, there must be a part of art direction and choices.
Yes. Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe we can have half the lines and then you paint over, or you can remove some of them. But
yes, that's it seems like I'm making a TED talk on graphics now, but yes, there are even some stuff that are not logic. This this purple color here.
Yeah, is that a light shading?
Yes, it doesn't even make sense, but I thought it was pretty, so I just put it here.
Nice. For everybody watching, you can try this file. It's available on blender.org if the website is on, because today there was the OS attack. Yes, actually it is. It is available. It's in download, demo files, and splash screen. You can find this one down here. There's also the new file, the one, the bike ride. It's a new one, also by Andre. It's amazing, super fun to play with.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing the files, by the way, Andre. It's super nice to have them.
Super cool.
I did this for one of my own music videos.
Yes, nice. I want to see now, Janina, you happen to have the file. I'm very curious about the how you made this render / drawing / this mix. If you happen to have it there.
You mean the one, the actual one?
Yes.
The one that I'm showing now?
I have it open, here.
So
yes. Nice.
This is how it looks like.
Ooh.
So it works on a 55-degree angle roughly. When I go back here, there's nothing. But so I wanted to have this cut out look kind of. There are some people up who just have a sketch and then they render just one part of the painting. And I was intrigued by that idea, and with Grease Pencil I could finally try something like that out easily.
Wow!
So I can actually turn off the white transition. So this is how it looks without.
So how does it even work? How's the transition made? It's a mesh.
It's I will select it. So this is these are Grease Pencil strokes, and they're set beside each other, so the illusion works from this one camera perspective.
Wow! And the side, the ones with the outlines, is also 3D. It's like wires.
Which ones?
The one that is the sketch side.
Yes. So these are Grease Pencil strokes too. So I can show you. So I turned off all Grease Pencil now.
Yeah.
So this is just material color basically.
Oh, so it's not actual lighting. Can you move the light or something, or you also, or is baked the lighting, or like do you paint the lighting on?
I have light in the scene, but I tricked it a bit.
So. Yeah, rotating.
There's not really happening much right now.
So you painted it on.
Yes.
But it's like maybe you use it as a reference, maybe at the beginning or something.
So actually, there's a sunlight. I can maybe change the angle. That's not really visible. Really.
No, if you rotate with like trackball rotation with RR, is that? Oh yeah, so for the shadows mainly.
Yeah.
Nice.
So.
Wow. I just want to see someone going around on the street or something, or maybe they're on lockdown.
It's still a work in progress, so it's not finished, and I'm still planning to add stuff like that. In fact,
really.
So next stuff would be like environmental animation, like maybe some chimney smoke, light reflection on the water. So this kind of stuff.
Nice, to bring it alive.
Yeah. And characters is the next step, but I never animated before. So yeah, that will be a big first one and a lot to learn, but I look forward to it.
Wow, you can get some characters maybe from Andrew, and you make a nice collab.
I was wondering, maybe you already said it on internet, but this project, this house, was it for a personal stuff, or is it for what project to do this?
It's personal for me. I just wanted to learn Blender again, and I had this idea before, and I just wanted to try it out. But actually, I have an idea how to use some art style like that in a game, of course. I mean, when you work in games, you constantly have ideas about games. So right. I thought it would be really nice if there would be a character that has like a sphere around him that is basically like coloring the world as it is shown in my painting right here. And everything that is out of this range, this rendering range, let's say, is this white sketchy style. And then when you come near, it gets this more scribble-like zone, like back here, that doesn't have the outlines. And then when you come closer, it gets more detailed, like in the middle part. So that is kind of an idea that I maybe will play with in the future.
Wow. Yeah. So you will be painting as you walk, or like you can see things that were not there, or like signs.
Yes. So I already think that maybe there could be some riddles. Like you have to get closer to see the objects you can interact with.
Yeah, or the reflections, maybe.
Yeah.
Those things that come with the render, right?
Yeah.
That's so cool. And you, Andrew, you also do kind of interactive stuff as well, because you're a programmer as well.
Yes, but I didn't do anything on Blender. I
no, not Blender, but it like in general.
Yes, in general. For now, some stuff in 2D, and I also make some filters on Instagram for fun. So I made an interactive game on Instagram where you have to draw something on a limited time.
Yeah, it's a filter that you turn it on and you have to draw quickly. You have to like 5 seconds, and you have to draw a random picture.
Yes, and it's a VR game, so
cool.
There is my own character appearing on your paper when you draw.
Wow. And how do you make it? What do you use for that? You use like Unity?
There is a software in that Instagram and Facebook provide. It's called Spark Air, and it uses Node and JavaScript as programming.
Node.js?
No, I mean the real Node is like
nodes, like a node, regular node.
So I'll show you. It has a node system, and and we can mix it with JavaScript. So if you're familiar with coding and with nodes in general, it's really intuitive.
Intuitive, yeah.
So this is
well, you have to come up with the idea, though.
Yes.
Wow. And how do you draw that? Is that an image? Do you use grease pencil, or you just use?
Yes, I actually use grease pencil for the two guys here, and this is a 3D object.
Yeah.
The lamp here. I lost the file for the grease pencil part, but I still have the model of the clock.
Yeah. Wow, that's awesome. This is such a unique way of using it. Like I love it.
Yes, so I think the video game is the ultimate form of stuff I would like to do, but it takes a long time.
Yeah, it takes a long time, really. So, and Janina, I also found, working in games, I guess you are always thinking of the more interactive side of things. Do you also program yourself? Do you like programming nodes?
I wish.
Yeah.
No, not so far. Actually, what I'm interested in right now to get into shader programming a bit.
Shading programming.
Is something that's really interesting because I was working in Unity before, and now they have this node-based system as well. And everybody has it now.
Everybody has it, and that's the great thing about it, is that nodes are so generic that really, if you learn how to use nodes for Unity, you're gonna use them just as fine in Unreal or in Blender, in any software, really. It's just, you just need to get into the crazy mindset of nodes stuff. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, so this is really interesting, and I think it could be my starting point. But
Nice.
Not a programmer otherwise.
No? Well, I think nodes is involves a lot of programming. So kind of.
Yeah.
Wow.
It seems crazy for me when I saw the things that people do on November. I can't even try to imagine where did they start. The crazy things they do. Really, but for me, I use nodes for for compositing and programming, but I don't know how people create stuff, actual physics stuff with nodes. It's
with nodes in Blender, you mean?
Yes, in Blender. I mean, I see people creating shapes and volumes. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
It is crazy, that's for sure. But also it's a bunch of mix of vector displacement, for example. That is the main thing that made November be such a before it wasn't possible to make some of the craziest things, like even changing the shapes, because changing the shading is fine, but changing the shape into completely non-sphere, they start with a sphere and they end with something completely different. That's mainly vector displacement. I hope there will be a training coming up soon, and actually there is one of Simon, he's gonna be talking in next week. We're gonna have a nodes special, so it's gonna be one of these live streams with actually talking about the nodes. We're gonna get Jacques Luc, the developer that I worked on the function nodes and animation nodes and everything, and we're gonna get Simon. So that will be that's I think one to keep an eye on.
Yeah, cool.
Super crazy stuff, this node. I still haven't touched any of the new node stuff in Blender. Have you played with the branches? Do you keep up with the development of Blender?
Yeah, a bit. I look out for the new grease pencil features, of course, right now.
Yes.
But yeah. Before I haven't worked with it for a long time. Just kept my eye on it once in a while. Yeah.
Yeah. And you, Andrew, do you keep up with the Blender changes? Do you compile Blender yourself?
I compile it myself every week. I've compiled the latest Blender 2.83.
Yes.
And actually, the last comic you see on my Instagram, it was made with this latest build. So I see the changes that it gets optimized a lot.
Yes.
And I see there is the vertex color coming. It's not in my art style, but maybe I will use it for backgrounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and you've been doing is this for this one? You've been doing a tutorial?
I will show you for what I'm doing my tutorial.
Oh, is it a new art piece?
It's a new art piece, yes.
Nice, cool.
Because yes,
an exclusive.
I redid it a lot of times.
Yeah, that's a problem with making tutorials for Blender, is that the next day is just
there is a lot of it's so fast. You're too fast.
No, yeah, the thing is, maybe it should need to be communicated better. But the grease pencil refactor was actually planned for a while. It was a long-standing issue, the draw engine, and well, suddenly Vertex Paint appeared. But yeah, it was really something that it needed to be done. But don't expect too many refactors in the grease pencil area. I think that the way it's doing now is fine, and the next things for the future is to do like storyboarding and connect it with other areas of Blender. But for what it is at the moment, I think it's fairly stable regarding the tools and everything. Is there anything, Janina, meanwhile we wait, anything you miss or you hope to see in Blender regarding NPR? Like what would make your work?
Exactly. I was watching some VR videos that Daniel made. Is Daniel his name?
Yeah.
And it's really nice. But yeah, I hope they will keep the workflow of Blender Swiss Facile that uses the canvas.
Yes.
Because I saw that in other VR softwares like Quill.
Yeah.
And there you just draw in space. You don't have a solid thing on what to draw.
Yeah, it's like an infinite canvas kind of a thing.
Yes. Yeah. So when you draw a line and later you want to edit it, you have to find the exact position so maybe there is but I think you people at Blender, you already thought about this, a way to draw
in 3D space.
In 3D space, but keeping a 2D
aspect. Yeah.
Aspect, yes.
Yeah. Aspect. Yeah. Also,
and also, yes, I hope a lot from the AI developments and procedural.
Procedural. I think that is the future.
Oh, I think.
But
yes, because.
Sorry.
So yes. What you said is the future, because on my drawings there are a lot of little things that I will do a lot, and if I could do this in procedural way, it would be awesome.
Learn programming. Join the party. For example, Janina, from your point of view, for what you're doing right now, this mix, or is there anything that you're missing in terms of like tools or like?
Yeah, there's still some sorting issues here and there. I mean, I try to work around it, of course, but that would be nice. Also, I always keep meshes as base so far to not have the strokes all over the place, or just use the technique that I explained. So regarding this, that would be nice. And also, it would be really cool to have brushes custom, that you could make a grease pencil brush like you do in Photoshop that has, for instance, like a thinner tip, and you can just, the brush strokes thins, like when you put the brush away, let's say.
Yeah.
So you can do that with the sculpting tools. You can do that. You can vary the thickness of a brush stroke. It's possible, and I'm doing it. But it would be cool to have a brush that already works like this. But of course, that's nagging on a very high level, I feel. I mean, it's so crazy that this is for free, and for what you offer in Blender, it's so crazy. Just always think about that.
I recently, actually, time ago, in the functions branch, the nodes branch, the one that is being developed for the Everything Nodes project, that Pablo Vazquez, the developer working on the sculpt improvements, he actually tweaked or hacked in a way the system to use nodes for brushes. So That can be the future, I think. I think we all have to learn notes at the end of the day.
Okay, it fits then.
Notes brushes in Grease Pencil? Okay.
Yeah, the developer of Sculpt stuff, he made a demo. Like it wasn't official anything. He just like tweeted like, "Hey, I changed this thing in the code, and now you can actually use make brushes with nodes." So.
Okay.
I think nodes are the future, and we have to learn them. But we need presets, otherwise it's gonna be impossible to even try anything. Wow.
Yes. This is the tutorial I'm preparing.
Ah, the little box.
This is a little box. Still recording the voiceover now. Yes, there are also things that are hoped to see in Blender Grease Pencil. But actually, they're already there in a different way. There were features I thought were missing, but I found some workarounds and some hacks to do it in another way.
Wow! So, what is this tutorial gonna be about? Is it like general? Is it beginner? This
is more for beginners, yes. So, how to draw in space, how to animate the 2D parts. But as I said, 2D because it's on a plane, but it's 3D. And some basics of 3D animations for Blender, so it will work for complete beginners on Blenders.
Nice. Wow. So you have expect any dates that you're gonna have?
Actually, the whole video is recorded now. It's just the voiceover and the editing that is long because I redid it a lot of times, and there are steps that are not interesting, not useful that I've recorded. I have to sort the content.
Yeah, tutorials are tricky.
I think it will take a week, maybe next week.
Nice. Janina, do you made a tutorial recently on that I already mentioned regarding how you use Grease Pencil and stuff. Do you like making tutorials, or was it just out of fun? Do you plan to have any tutorials?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, if I find small workflow hacks, I would like to share them more frequently. I plan to have a detailed breakdown on what I'm doing now for my ArtStation page. I might do some GIFs from that and share them through Twitter as well. Yeah.
Through your Twitter.
It's the first project that I've been doing this for. So yeah, I actually like doing it.
Yeah. Nice. It's nice to share, right? It's always scary to make tutorials. You always feel like this is not good enough, or there is someone that this is the wrong way. And
yeah, especially when I got back to Blender from scratch again, and I felt like, probably everybody knows that already. Nobody will care. I will share it anyway.
Now you know. You've seen your tweet like over 8,000 likes, and then you can see that it's actually being used. And videos. Do you plan to you like making videos? I think you told me that this is the first time ever that you are on YouTube.
Yeah.
Welcome to YouTube.
Maybe I'll try it. So far it's okay, but let's see. Maybe I could make a video tutorial of the stuff I've been doing with this piece. Yeah, maybe.
So now you know, people. If you want tutorials, just poke. And it's I think everybody would like to see it, especially when it's something like new and innovative. Like you can't even wrap your mind around how is it. It's like mixing 2D, 3D. You never know. Super nice. So we are past the first half of the show, and usually here at this point I try to answer questions from the community, but the website is crawling. People watching this, there is almost 700 people. Please let me load the questions. You'll try to answer questions from the community. But do you have any questions for each other, though? Oh, I can now we can see actually that this is what is it? What were you showing?
Yes, maybe this will be for next tutorial, but for more advanced stuff, it was one of the hacks I did to replace some features I thought were missing, but actually it works here. I automated the animations with drivers.
With the what?
So
with drivers. Yeah, you were driving the animation.
Yes, so because there is a modifier for the timeline in each layers of Grease Pencil. So here on the left you have the animation.
Yeah.
And here on the right you have some cubes controlling the position of in time for each part of the bird.
The time offset, the time modifier. Yeah.
Yes, because I think I tweeted it a long time ago. I said there was something missing in Blender to make complex loops.
Yes.
On Grease Pencil, when you want to copy a frame to another place of the timeline, but you don't want to redraw it if you have a modification.
Yep.
And also to make some lip sync. You see, you just want to draw once each position of the mouth and the face, and you want to be able to reuse it on the whole animation. And there are different ways to do it. I think I'm not sure, but I think Animate does it with libraries. I think you have a library of faces and you drag it, and I don't know which is the best way, but I finally did it with drivers, and it seems to work fine.
Oh, well, part of the tutorial then they could be could become.
Yes, maybe it could be part of a new tutorial, but this one is more advanced. So you see here, the animation is just on the first frames. This is the real frames that I've drawn.
Yeah.
Did you use 3D geometry at all for this one?
Just for the, I think no. Yes, just for this piano down here. But because there is a video texture on it, it's purple because I've lost the file. I think.
A video texture. That is you playing the piano.
Yes.
I've seen it.
I've put it on YouTube. I can find it for you. So,
yeah, it's even with the music. I remember seeing it. It's crazy. Like making the music, and you're also a programmer, and you also make the cartoons.
Yes, this is the video actually.
Yeah, cool.
Nice. So it's you playing the piano and then.
Yes, I also play the piano. It's one of my hobbies.
It's so crazy that you make the music yourself. When I first saw your stuff, I always thought like you found it somewhere. It sounds so professional, especially this 80s anime style stuff that you're doing. That's so cool. I love that the one that for the bike that you used for the bike animation.
The song of the bike one. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm really inspired by animes of the 80s. I have a lot of them in my bookmarks.
Yeah.
And I take inspiration for that when I'm out of inspiration.
Anyone that you can recommend? Like, do you remember off the top of your head, like a favorite ones?
All the classics. There's Cowboy Bebop.
Yes.
All the designs and all the animation is nice, and openings of animes. There are other animes that I remember all the openings, like the opening of City Hunter, the original one.
Yeah.
The aesthetic is crazy. I never saw it because in French we will do the openings, and we have different songs.
Yeah, in Germany it's the same.
At that time, so just a few years ago, I saw the original Japanese opening of City Hunter. I said, that's crazy. They should have kept this one.
Yeah.
So they changed. If in France they changed like everything, or just the music?
The music and the content, and it's they adapted to make it suitable for families and.
Wow.
Because I don't know, this is the opening. Yes, I don't know. Maybe there are different versions also for the Japanese, but yes, it's this kind of aesthetic. So this I'm really inspired by this kind of visuals.
So nice. Yeah. Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah, I really like this aesthetic. So the colors are really cool, and I like how you animate the light on
thank you.
on all of your pieces. That's really cool. This is really catching the whole vibe of it.
What are your inspirations?
My inspirations are a lot of Ghibli pieces.
Okay.
So this is what really got me into into drawing and into games as well. So I like this colorful, flat shaded kind of style. It's really watercolor aesthetic. Yeah. So like a lot of pieces. There's another artist, Justin Donaldson, who does very similar style to this Ghibli aesthetic. I like that a great deal too. Yeah.
Justin Donaldson, I didn't know this one. I'm going to check. Okay. Oh yes, it looks nice.
Yeah. Yes, he does a lot of tutorial stuff too. It's very inspiring. So yeah.
So you make a lot of painting. You do a lot of illustration too, to the illustration and painting.
I'm doing a bit more paintings now because I started also to do a bit of illustration work. I have a comic job right now as well, so that's really exciting for me. It's the first one. Yeah.
Comic.
Yeah.
Digital or
it's to be announced. I can't talk about it.
Good. Is it your own style? Do you art direct?
Yeah, it's a bit customer oriented, so it's not exactly my style, but it's still my aesthetic.
Good. Hope to see some of that soon.
Yeah.
What about you, Andre? Can we see some of your more artwork? You said also you work as a developer, right? You're quitting. You're going full on.
But now I work mostly on animations, and I work for personal project. I don't know if it was the question.
Yes. Yeah. Like what is what do you do now? Is it your full-time job?
Yes, I illustrate all the time, and I do some personal stuff and some commissions work. I do some commissions for artists, for singers, or for YouTubers sometimes. I have some long-term projects. I'm writing some stories. I don't know what it will be. If it will be a animated series or I don't know, movie or maybe a vlog. I don't know, animated comics.
Okay, comics.
I have stories. I have no idea of the final format for now. It will be animated, but I don't know if it will be a feature-length long stuff or some series.
Yeah, I always thought because there's this vlog-like animated comic of your personal life a bit, and it always felt like you're going to put them in a whole wit together at some point.
There is that idea too, but I will have to add a lot of fun stuff, some fiction to make it more interesting for people. I think because my life it's not so interesting. My life.
Why would you say?
But it's hard to as an artist to. What I try now is to try to develop my own style and only accept a project where I can develop my style, a project that fits what I like to do. But it's hard because because you also need to earn money, so you have to find the right balance as an artist.
Yeah, how do you even choose to do what? Like, how do you even choose between what you do as a personal project, what you do, like you try to put your work into what like the client says, stuff?
Yes, it's not for now. Luckily I found people who liked my art style and who asked me things that in the way I like to do it.
Yeah, I think that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Wow. I think the website finally loaded some of the questions. I was trying to look more questions towards and you and like more of a personal artist level, but I think they're mainly like Blender, more technical related, like concerned about the line rendering because freestyle is slow and post-processing, and it crashes. And NPR, it's currently not being developed as far as I know. There were 2 Summer of Code projects, but unfortunately there is no updates from the developer on that. Hope to see anything soon. Another question that there is, if there are any NPR features being developed for the Coffee Run project. Coffee Run, it's the current work. It's also an NPR project being done at the Blender Animation Studio at Work, also known as Work, and they're doing everything completely in Eevee and Slash. They're using everything really, like Workbench, Eevee, and Workbench for like the ambient occlusion, and then on top of that they're putting Eevee for most of the shading, and then on top of that some cycles for things that Eevee can't really do. Also for example, for motion blur. That is something that Eevee can't do at the moment. It's a limitation.
How do they do it? They add cycles over Blender with they recompose it, or you can render with the 2?
You can, but basically you can have the render. You choose it and you set it per view per scene, basically.
Oh, okay, okay. I didn't know that.
Each scene can have its own render error. In the future, ideally, it would be nice to have it as an override. But for the time being,
I learned something today. So you compose it in the video editor after?
No, in the compositor basically. So you have one scene, and you, for example, you use cycles in this scene, and then you make another scene. For example, if you have a collection called collection, and then you have another one with another collection. Basically, when you make a new scene, you can make a copy or a linked copy or a new even, and there you can add collections that were in the other scene. So you basically have the same data but with different render engines.
Okay.
That way, and in the shader itself, you can say, so there is 2 different outputs. So when you render, you can output to Eevee or cycles. So that way you can have like twice. You can have one for Eevee and then one output for cycles, and then you have the same shader by twice. You can tell which one is going to render with. And then once you get these 2 view layers, you have to name them. So one is cycles and the other one is going to be Eevee. And in the compositor, you finally get them together by scene. So you get the scene, Eevee, and the other one, the other one. And you can mix them. So it's a bit of a workflow at the moment, but basically you have 2 different or 3 or as many scenes as you want, as many render engines as you want, and you mix them in the compositor. It's an interesting workflow actually. Maybe it was worth making a tutorial about it. It's very short, really. It's like change the scene, change the render engine, link the collections, and use the compositor. Do you guys use a compositor at all, Blender? No?
Yes, I use it a lot for my drawing style. I've tried to improve it now. So for my latest drawing, where is the file again?
Your file, you're losing because in Mac it removes the files you don't use.
Yes. So it's removed again. So but it takes 30 seconds. I've separated. I used the key, the color key, to separate some colors that I want to put in a different effect in the compositor.
You separate the colors.
Yes, it's to have the retro style where there is some blush some blend in the colors.
Yeah, you have it there.
The line art is not really clean. It's like the ink is bleeding.
Yeah. So
I pick the line art colors and I put it in a blur filter and I recompose it over the drawing. So.
Do you use the glow effect from Grease Pencil or?
I didn't use this one. No. I could use this one maybe. Oh, because I wanted to spread over the drawing. Because I think sometimes the after effects in this pencil are stuck in the shape of a drawing. Maybe I didn't try the latest.
They are screen space based, so it depends on the view that you have in, and it will change with the view. So for example, if you zoom in or out of your camera, it's gonna change. It's screen space based. It has its advantages and its downsides, but the advantage of using the modifier is that you can limit it. You can you can basically use it, change the color, change the glowing color, and you can have like masks to change and affect different areas of your like colors of your scene, your render, and it's real time.
Okay. Yes. Oh,
you have the file there.
I think in Blender 2. Which one is this one? Okay, it's the
one with your splash.
I did this one with Blender 2.83.
Oops.
So
oops.
Let me open the. Yes, there.
You made it with 283.
Yeah, I saw that the freestyle works better. It looks faster on the 83, but the strokes still appear over the whole scene. So when I drew some shapes, some 3D, I've put some 3D models in front of other ones, and the EVE was stuck over. I don't remember if it was going over the grease pencil. I don't know, but I will check it. Maybe I will.
The sort, like Janina said, that the sorting needs work.
Yeah. It's still it's sometimes it's okay when you like you have one grease pencil image and then you just split it up in different layers, in different layer parts, or even in different strokes. But there's still some issues.
Are you talking about the latest, the one that is under development? Because there was a refactor and in 2. Do you use the 2.82 or the development changes?
Let's see.
Latest as in a couple days ago.
It's 2.82.
Oh, okay. Well, good news. You should try 2.83.
Okay.
There you go to builder.blender.org and you get the experimental builds. There has been a big refactor in Grease Pencil, which makes everything better, from performance, blending modes, sorting also got some work there, so maybe there is hope.
Okay, cool.
But mainly the performance now is so much faster, and blending, there's no anti-aliasing errors anymore. All of that got fixed. So actually 2.83 is gonna be a big one for Grease Pencil users.
Cool. Okay.
Definitely, yes. So what do we see here actually on your screen, Andrew?
Yes, this is one of my latest artwork on Blender 2.83. So this is the node of the compositors. This is why I extract this color.
Yeah.
The
chroma key.
It's the color of the lines. So I take it out and I add some blur on it and recompose it. So that's how I achieve this style with some blurry lines, but with something clear in the middle. This probably
you can do it in real time with the current modifiers.
Okay, I will try it.
But you should give it a try. So the Grease Pencil refactor that I was mentioning to Janina, this is on the code.blender.org. There you can read about what's new, what's changed, and basically pretty much everything. So if you're a big fan of Grease Pencil, you're gonna be happy with this one. Lighting, now the Grease Pencil objects can be affected by lights. They can't cast shadow though yet, but it's work in progress. And the mask system, if you're doing animation masking, this is gonna save. Have you tried this one, Andre? It's the new mask system in 2.83.
I saw the videos in it. I didn't try it yet, but
for animation, it's awesome.
I think it's a good idea. I think I saw what we wanted to do, because the old one was too limited. The old system.
Yeah.
You had to.
Oh, it
there
was
only one way to mask the things.
Yeah, almost non-existent. It was like
there was a mask system, but everything was masked under the bottom layer. The bottom layer was the rule for everything, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, so the sorting layout was now you can actually specify per, and it's an actual mask system. You can even have a bunch of masks. You can it's a list basically of masks that you can have. So it's here in the video you can see that you can basically have all the masks that you want.
I think you can even hide whole complex objects in the mask, like
like a whole layer.
Okay.
Yeah, super nice. It's for cutout and stuff. It also helps a lot, but mainly for animation or for effects or for who knows what. All the modifiers, the effects were also improved. The rim was much faster, and the blur was also much faster. Vertex paint, I think, is the big thing that makes it feel, oh, this one, Janina, you're gonna like this one, because you can finally paint, change colors of the strokes midway, like halfway. Like before, you can only have one.
I saw that. It looks very nice.
You can finally change the colors.
I wanted to ask something too, but maybe it's something I should send to the team. I don't know if
try your luck. Or maybe we can have another one with the people from the team. But yes,
but you know, when this drawing here, this animation, to draw this girl, I had to move the canvas to redraw her on the different positions. Actually, it's not a 3D animated object. It's really the same drawing that I already did on different places.
Okay.
Oh.
And to do that, I had to move the 3D cursor, because the 3D cursor can be the place where the canvas stays. But the problem is that once you move the 3D cursor, you can't remember where you've put it before. You want to make a modification. So maybe someone made an add-on to save positions of the 3D cursor.
Yeah. No, and well, probably someone made it, but it's really, the 3D cursor, it has very good uses, but it has these limitations. And the storing the position, like now you want to learn Python. Having this is like the simplest thing you can. It's super easy to have a little add-on that store the position, the X, Y, and Z of the 3D cursor. Even the rotation you can store right now. That is a very nice exercise, actually. Not teasing or anything. It's just an actual very interesting exercise to have an add-on for this, and maybe can make it into Blender to everyone.
Maybe.
Yay.
There was another solution possible too. Maybe it could be also an add-on, because maybe instead of 3D cursor, the other thing here could be a moving object.
Oh.
You know, so you can animate an object on the scene, and the canvas will always follow that object.
The canvas, like the view,
not the view, but an actual moving object.
The origin.
Yes, it's always follow the origin of
when you are painting, but that is used as a place for when you start. That will be a bit unpredictable, right? Because
yes, it's because you see, when to do this, where is my mouse? I had to draw a little. There is a little sphere actually on the position of the girl.
Yes, the origin.
Yes, but it's a really an actual sphere that I added, because I used it as a trick, because I could right-click on it to replace the 3D cursor.
As an empty, you mean? And then,
yes, it's like an empty, because that's the way I used to replace the 3D cursor.
The 3D cursor. Using empties and then snap the cursor to the empty.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's lame. Come on, it's like we should.
It's okay.
It's like 3 values, X, Y, and Z. It's should be easy to store. So we should have that, and also to give more power to the 3D cursor.
Yes. No, it's because maybe because there's not a few people use it, but when you are on advanced animation, at some part you just want to to scroll on the timeline and draw without thinking to move the 3D cursor,
Yeah, to
So,
know where is even the 3D cursor. Yeah.
Yes. But I think not a lot of users have come to this step for now, but
No.
maybe in the future.
Yeah. Oh well, I think we are on time. Actually, I didn't get to answer a lot of questions. Actually, the one question that I was answering, I got sidetracked. The coffee run, if there was any development happened during the production. Yes, the Eevee passes. So the fact that you can render different passes on your viewport or in Eevee. I think I showed this feature a few times before, but basically it's in render mode that you can change these passes. This is a feature that was developed during the coffee run, and everything that is related to Eevee and compositing is related to that. And then all the other questions, I think they are more. Oh, it's a nice tip by LightVK. He actually has the Blender NPR. Blender NPR. It's the name of the. Since we are talking about the NPR topic here, it's a Twitter account and a community on blender.community is here on the sidebar NPR, where you can find more NPR content. So I think it's really on your alley, in your alley, this thing. And he also has tips. He also used to have a weekly video with the news about the NPR world. Super nice. So you should check that out. And then, yes, mainly questions. I think, yeah, people say amazing work, guys. And I'm not an often user of NPR, although two things I concern: Grease Pencil Shadows and SVG import-export. This is actually coming. There is a demo of that in the Blender developers YouTube channel. It's on YouTube. You're gonna find it somewhere here. Blender developers. There is a video showing this feature at work, and it's a work in progress. It's not there yet, but there is a here import SVG, and this was from September last year. So it's there. It needs some polishing, but the Grease Pencil team, I bet they're gonna do it soon. So at least you can work interchangeably with Blender and other apps. All right, I think I already took too much of your time. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
It's fine.
Fine.
It's fine. I'm just at home in quarantine. So.
Quarantine, yeah. But you work from home, both of you?
Yeah.
Normally, yes. Sometimes I work in another place, but most of the time at home now.
Yeah, most of the time at home. Yep. No, I mean, not me. I actually work at the studio, and now working from home is it's a bit weird with the time, and I don't know what day is it, and I'm doing live streams every day, and it's also hard. Like which year is it? So okay, thank you once again for staying until the end, for your time. I think it went fine. I love the stream. I learned a bunch of things from you. I learned about you, which is extra good.
Thank you.
Yeah, do you want to do it again at some point? Will be
yes,
fun?
yes.
Yeah.
Well, we can even get other people from the
maybe from the team too of Grease Pencil.
Yeah, yeah. I bet you're gonna have some questions there to answer.
Yes.
Absolutely. That would be awesome. How many can we have in the live stream to not be a mess? Because there are 3 guys.
Okay.
So we're gonna be 6 people. Yeah, let's try. Awesome.
Just one question.
Yes.
The VR part, some of you is working on it right now, or?
It's there. It's in Blender. It's added actually. Do you have a VR set?
No, it's on the 2.83.
It's in 83. Actually, I'm just now, like before making this live stream, I recorded the video, the recap of what happened last week. But just a sneak peek. Virtual reality has been added to Blender 2.83. You can download the latest build and you enable the add-on. It's an add-on that is off by default just because it's experimental, but once you turn it on, it comes built in Blender. You're gonna find this VR tab on the sidebar of the 3D viewport where you can set your, like, basically press a button, start VR session. You enable positional tracking even. You can walk around your scene if you're headset allows it.
Okay.
So that will be very trippy with your...
So now in quarantine, it will be fine to work.
Exactly. What better time than to just replace your room with something better or different? And it's the first milestone, though. It's only for scene inspection, which means you can see around and walk around. It's an initial implementation, but the goal is to, of course, keep working on it for like even be able to paint or like use different tools. But hopefully other people from the community can also help with that. The first, this very first implementation is mainly to get the hard stuff in, such as the library that actually recognizes a headset, you know, like the hard stuff. So yeah, it's actually there. Just go test it out. I don't have a VR set, but do you have one?
No, but I think that's next things I'm going to save money for. I suppose you still need your tablet to draw, but you have the VR.
Yeah, this is only for viewing. The first milestone is only scene inspection, which is like looking around and walking around. But that's already fun, I think.
Yes, that's already fun. Yes.
Yeah. No, I don't have one either. Janina, either?
No, unfortunately. Yeah.
All right. Well, at some point we're gonna jump into the VR party. I want to wait until it gets better and even better. And
yeah, I remember the first one I had on. I was getting sick like right away.
Oh.
But then I think like 2 generations later, it already was so good.
Yeah.
So I'm intrigued to try the newest one.
Yeah, getting the first of any technology is usually not a great idea.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Awesome. All right, cool. I have to say goodbye. It's been enough. I already stole enough time from you. So thank you once again for staying until the end, for hanging out here, for sharing how you work, how you use Blender every day. And it's super nice having you here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
I will close the call and I will say goodbye to the people here in the live stream. So talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you. All right, cool. I just need to say goodbye to you. Thank you, community, for staying until the end. We actually had like twice as many people as yesterday. Everybody's doing live streams. I hope it doesn't get too boring. I tried to make all these live streams like epic, like 3 people per episode, and this time we had 2 people. I think it works out, but we have quarantine until the June 1st here in the Netherlands. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep up with the 1 live stream per day. It can also get boring. What topics I want to ask you, if you're staying until the end, is because you care. In the comments, let me know what kind of content would you like to, which kind of guests would you like to see? I have so far aligned. I have the hard surface modeling. Tomorrow we're gonna get Gleb Alexandrov, Eddie Burrows, and Rachel from Art of Rachel on Twitter. She's doing amazing robots, mechs, and super awesome, interesting stuff. So look, yes, next week we're gonna get the Node special. On Friday I'll try to do the developer special, so more of a Q&A, so the questions that I couldn't answer today, please write them again on the Friday special. I'm gonna try and get developers there to answer just questions, just a Q&A on what's new in Blender for Friday. Let's do it like a Friday special. On during the week I plan to have maybe a VFX special and a nodes special. What else would you like to see? I already covered physics, sculpt, and what else? I want to do a special with weird stuff, which I already have some. I have to reach out to people. Okay, I gotta go work. Continue working. Thank you again. VFX. Yes, that we're gonna do. Leave it in the comments, and maybe a Python special. Yes, or animation special with Siren. Okay, motion graphic. Oh, okay. We're getting some feedback. Thank you. Write it down in the comments so I can go look around and upvote the ones that you want to see. Thank you once again for staying until the end. Remember that in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The epic. All right. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Same place, same time. Hard surface modeling. Gleb Alexandro, Eddie Burrows, Rachel. Bye-bye. See you.